stage 4 counter in this game, that would be so toxic, but
I would actually
no
win
Corrin.
sets. Ooh, okay, Inkling instead.
So we're looking at a different character, and you know, in round 1 pools, there's a lot of counter pickers, but his in-game tag is Woomy. I think if I had noticed that, I would have thought he was going Inkling. And this matchup specifically, we haven't seen since like 2019.
Yeah, I feel like Inkling is not really a character that you see super often ever since like Cosmos dropped them. But still a very strong character. I think being able to use a lot of those short hop aerials is going to be a great way to get combos started at these lower percents for both characters, but especially for Inkling. But the Thunder Jolt's going to be really important for Pikachu too, starting a lot of those interactions where you're using the T-Jolt and making them jump or shield and then getting the follow-up off of that as well. So I think that's going to be the name of the game at these lower percents, but right now just kind of struggling to see an advantage state get started for either of them, doing a really good job of spacing around a lot of their movement. This back air could be something to get something started.
I mean, it has already gotten a little bit going, the 60%. With Inkling's lighter weight, Pikachu can more than handle a kill, confirm, or setup from this damage, especially if he gets you off into the corner, connects with a fair. And we're seeing 3OG look for something like exactly that. And I think it's interesting that you say, like, we don't see Inkling too much since Cosmos. But the thing is that when we do see this character, you know it's a dedicated main. You know this person, like, loves Inkling, is all in with Inkling. So you see guys like Shiryuki over in Japan or like Colorado 8 in the Midwest.
True, yeah.
Who, like, they are Inkling. They will win if you aren't ready for it. Like, it's very scary.
You never pick up Inkling as like a counter pick character or something like that. You're usually a pretty dedicated main. So right now, looking at this higher percent on Inkling, we're going to be looking for like a drag down nair into an up smash, or even trying to use like a throw into Thunder. Okay, but just taking our time. Dash attack going to be a lot of knockback, but not going to kill just yet. And now we have a ledge trap situation here for Pikachu. Trying to use the up B into Inkling to try to find something, but this jab lock could be it. Missing the up smash though. And so that down smash is gonna catch the jump from ledge though, and now Pikachu in the lead, but kind of lost that percent lead that we had to start. Yeah,
but Pikachu at low percentage is going to be more than capable of getting a lot of extra credit if the right hit connects, so like a falling nair into a drag down and then like an up tilt, and then boom, you're at 60. That's plenty of extra credit. And speaking of which, we got a nair there.
Right, and yeah, just using a lot of this jumping fair as well, like rising fair to try to catch a lot of the jumps from Inkling. Hasn't been able to find it yet, but still just doing a really good job of not taking a lot of damage and avoiding a lot of the kill setups that Inkling's going to be going for. Again, just using that T-Jolt, using a lot of the rising fair, but now trapped at the ledge.
Going to be able to quick attack straight back up into it, and that's another thing about Pikachu is he's so hard to ledge trap and edge guard because he has pretty much infinite omnidirectional movement in those positions. And so you'll see like the really good Pikas as well, like Shiny Mark or Esam, more often than not their option to get back up onto stage isn't what the rest of us are stuck using, like neutral get up or get up attack. It's ledge drop and then quick attack to center stage and completely skipping the ledge trapping game.
Yeah, and Inkling's not going to have the speed to catch you doing that either, so you're going to have a lot of the versatility in your movement, and we're seeing that here, being able to live to 150 on such a light character like Pikachu. Just being able to T-Jolt camp on those platforms and force the approach from Inkling. It's making it really hard to hold on to this stock, and just even one T-Jolt 5 times is going to be a lot of damage that racks up and make it so that you're kind of snowballing this effect here. And that's what we're seeing right now, just doing a really good job of spacing around, but that dash attack on the shield getting a little impatient, and Inkling just ready to fire back with that up smash to find that first stock.
And it was nice to see Zoa's patience there, because this Pikachu isn't doing the scariest stuff where it's like you're constantly crossing shield, mixing in tomahawk grabs, like you're never confident in your defensive options against like the best of the best Pikachus, because 3OG is doing a great job of pressuring, but he doesn't have like the third layer, and so Zoa was like, okay, I'm just gonna hold shield, and eventually he's gonna do something that's not safe and I can up smash.
True. Tries to catch the jump to ledge there with the Thunder, but not gonna find it. And honestly, Zoa doing a good job of tying up percents here, now taking the percent lead and making it kind of hard to get off of the ledge for Pikachu. Like we said, you can use that quick attack to center stage, but the way that Zoa is hanging out underneath that platform, making it that it's like a threat with the roller to find the punish with that too. So I think the ledge trapping that we're seeing from Zoa is really strong, but it looks like 3OG is able to make it back, and now kind of reversing that situation on the other ledge. Yeah, and really? Okay.
So the D-Smash is a little bit weaker than like you would think for Smash Attack, so if you're sub 120-ish depending on how heavy your character is, you can usually live it even in the corner unless you're on like town and city. And so we're seeing Zoa survive, but another one will probably kill. We're not going to see it, though, because Zoa suddenly takes the lead thanks to a quick little berry, but falling straight from the Angel platform, making use of a little bit of cheeky invincibility. Going to use that Thunder, get that stock, but Zoa still building up this lead.
Yeah, that was a little scary there. Zoa getting a little crazy with the combos off stage, but just one down air from 3OG, especially without a jump on Inkling, could seal it. You don't even need to have a lot of percent. So I think being very careful to stay on stage. Pikachu's going to be a lot stronger off stage than Inkling, but it seems like right now Zoa's just doing a really good job of using this pressure of back air to make it really hard for 3OG to find an approach. But 3OG finding it here with these fares off stage, tries to use the Thunder too, and just ready with that get up attack with the back air and just continuing this ledge trap. These guys just going back and forth with keeping each other trapped at the ledge. We haven't seen a lot of neutral in center stage so far.
It's like fight out of the corner. Okay, fight into the corner, fight out of the corner. The one thing that I do really want to point out is how good Zoa has been at conserving roller. We're only really seeing the side B as an option, either like to escape from disadvantage or when he's almost certain it'll bury like that second stock that he got the kill on. So not just like willy-nilly throwing that out there, getting punished for it. And here's the game that Inkling really likes to play of like we're both underneath opposite platforms and I can kind of just bear in place and I'm not letting you approach. T-Jolt, though, going to be a really good tool in that situation. Dash attack wins out for Pikachu, though, and this is an opportunity for 3OG to win, but not quite connected.
I do really like the way that we're seeing 3OG use a lot of the Rising Fair to try to stuff out a lot of Inkling's approaches and then uses the mix-up of like running on the ground, but it feels like Zoa is always ready to fire back with the back air with like the super low space back air too to find Pikachu on the ground. With being such a short character too, you have to be very careful. Oh my gosh, even called out the roll on that, but just being very careful with the way that you're trying to call out Pikachu because he is so short that a lot of the time he can run under those falling aerials, but not going to matter there. Still holding on to the stock at 155 though.
Yeah, any more percent or any more rage, and look at that, we're looking at a timeout. Inkling has the lead by about 30%, so Zoa is going to be able to disengage, get away in time, and that is a timeout win for the first game of Warehouse War.
Okay.
That is hopefully not an ill portent of how the rest of this bracket's going to go, but starting off with a timeout is certainly something.
Especially with these characters, too. With Pikachu, I feel like it makes sense, but I feel like very rarely do you see Inkling timeout people.
I didn't even realize that we were down that much time either.
I don't think I could like see the clock, or I wasn't looking at it. But
yeah. So, timeout in game number 1. I actually thought that that our head TO Rooster was saying that it's full best of 5. Overlay says best of 3, so I'm not entirely sure now. But we could be in for a long first set.
I think if you time somebody out in the...
They just said it on the announcements. Thanks.
No, sorry.
Perfect timing.
Overruled. If you time somebody out in the first game, you get best of 3.
I actually proposed a rule set to the Collision TOs a couple of years ago that uses something that other like esports use that's called adaptive best of 3.
Okay.
And no Smash tournament has tried it, but I would like to see like 1 or 2 give it a shot, maybe.
Enlighten me. What does that mean?
So adaptive best of 3 is the set starts as a best of 3, but if it goes 1-1, you go the best of 5.
Okay.
So if you 2-0, that's the end. And so this is only for like pools. You don't do adaptive best of 3 in like top 64 or anything. Yeah. But in like round 1 pools, if it's a 2-0, the set ends. If it's 1-1, it'll go the distance to the full 5 games potentially.
Okay.
So then it becomes first to 3.
I'm down for that. Okay, going to Smashville here for this game too. And what do you think this stage is going to benefit Pikachu for?
I think the biggest thing is that it's going to be a lot harder to camp on this stage because it's much smaller. Pikachu has the ability to cover a lot more of this stage in the blink of an eye, like we were talking about with Quick Attack, but also there's less space to escape from Inkling's advantage state. So this is like, you know, a double-edged sword for both players. This could go very much either way, especially given how close game number 1 was.
Sure, and so far we're seeing that Zoa is taking a nice lead here, has Pikachu at 81% and gets the down smash off stage too, so it's going to be a little bit harder without that space. You can't really do that Well, never mind. I was going to say he can't really do the quick attack to center stage, but it's going to work out in that situation. But it seems like Zoa does have a good read on it as well and has been spacing around it a lot better. So maybe being able to find a roller punish or something like that could cost 3OG the stock if he gets a little too comfortable using that quick attack.
And yeah, for those of you in chat asking, so Zoa did win game number 1. The Inkling won the percent battle in the timeout. We'll get our scoreboard fixed in just a moment. But in the grand scheme of things, that game 1 was like so neck and neck that going into game 2, I don't think it's affecting either one of them who won that.
That's the thing too, is you're like, there's less room to camp on Nashville, but I feel like 3OG was camping just as much as the Inkling was as well. It just depended on who had the percent lead, and then keeping up with that extra percent. I feel like as soon as somebody lost their stock, the person was immediately able to tie it back up. So I feel like they've been going really back and forth and just kind of taking their time trying to find approaches, but when they do get it, they're kind of getting this chip damage over and over again with like the T-Jolts. But yeah, just right now, it seems like Zoa has a nice lead in this game and is doing a really good job of just holding onto this stock.
Do you think 3OG was expecting a ledge jump there?
Yeah.
He fared 3 times while Zoa was hanging from ledge.
Nah, it's conditioning. You don't get it.
It didn't work yet, but...
Okay, there's that roller once again, but not able to find it, not get some extra percent, but the Splat Bomb certainly will. And now Pikachu covered in ink, which is going to add extra damage, especially if we see a grow with a throw with the up air as well. That's going to be 76% here on Pikachu. Ooh.
Up smash here, and this is a 3 stock to 1 lead all of a sudden for Zoa. So the counter pick stage of Smashville not working out all too well, and because no rage, Zoa going to be able to survive through that dash attack and everything, but catching the up B back to stage with a back air, that's going to be the stock, at least making him bleed a little bit before they go game 3.
Great. Again, these T-Jolts just doing a really good job at stuffing out the Inkling's approaches. They're going to send off stage. Yeah, just trying to use the Splat Bomb, trying to use the neutral B as well from Inkling to get that extra ink for extra damage, but right now it seems like 3OG is running away with this, getting a lot of these strings with the up airs. Oh, and the down air too!
It is Pikachu's turn for a little bit, and just like that, we've made our way to the final stock. But 73% worth of extra credit and a little bit of ink on Pikachu, like you were talking about earlier, could make all the difference, especially with how well he's been getting these berries. I don't think up smash is enough to kill yet, especially not without rage, though.
Would F smash have done it?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I don't think any smash attack would have killed 100 with 0 rage.
Dang.
Center stage, too.
Yeah. Great. But catches the jump again. I feel like 3OG's been doing a really good job of that at the ledge. Ooh, gets the back air 2 on the recovery and no jump. Has to go straight to the ledge. But yeah, manages to weave right through that thunder and hold on to that stock.
That was like a hard call out that Zoa was going to go high from that spot, and was correct, just not in the timing.
Yeah. Great, but now this is a little bit scarier for Zoa being on the same percent, especially with Pikachu with rage. But that splash is just going to send Pikachu off stage. Now we're seeing walling out with back air, but the T-Jolt seems to be doing a really good job of stuffing that out as well and catching the jump. Especially with the short hop aerials too. Maybe using a full hop would be better, but that's such a large commitment, especially when you're seeing 3OG throw out those stairs trying to catch it.
And speaking of commitment, 3OG just not committing to anything. It's been like short hop back air drifting away for the vast majority of this, or like down tilts in place to try and catch a dash in. He's just like, you're going to have to run into me. We've got 2.5 minutes and I'm willing to play that.
Okay.
Up throw Thunder, and we're 1-1. What a clutch reverse 3 stock.
No, was like sitting at red percents for the majority of the end of that game and still managed to like play super safely, avoid a lot of the kill setups from Inkling, which I feel like Inkling can really struggle to kill. Like you said, doesn't have the kill power on the smash attack, so you have to look for very specific setups or just trying to find like an aerial at the ledge at higher percents. But just wasn't able to find it. So really good stuff there to 3OG for being able to stay composed at such high percents too, and being able to take that second game.
And no offense, I'm going to reference my favorite co-commentator, the Twitch chat.
Dang.
Putting it perfectly, 3OG just decided not to get hit anymore.
Yeah.
That was how the ending of that went. Like, Zoa was desperately like flailing around, throwing out fair, bear, roller, splat bomb, hoping that they would be able to get a hit somehow, some way. And 3OG was just masterfully bobbing and weaving through all of it, getting his like, you know, onesies, twosies, bears, fairs, down tilts when he needed to. And, Corrin, here's the swap up. The Inkling got one game, then lost the next, and so now we're going somewhere else.
All right. I feel like down tilt for Corrin works so well for this matchup, just being able to stuff out a lot of the grounded approaches from Pikachu. But I feel like the Nair is going to do a really good job of air-to-airing a lot of these spares that we're seeing from 3OG as well. So I think Corrin's... Oh!
So the big thing about this matchup is that, unlike Inkling, Corrin doesn't have to approach ever if she doesn't want to. Corrin can just go like under a platform or on top of a platform and go, okay, this is my house now.
Yeah.
You cannot enter. I will Nair here forever.
Yeah, and I feel like she's just so strong with a lot of these combos too. So if you get that landing Nair or the landing fair, that can be so much percent. And Pikachu's going to have a really hard time air-to-airing against the strong, large hitboxes from Corrin too. And she's going to have a lot of kill power that we don't really see on Inkling nearly as well. Ooh, okay.
Trying a quick attack in to catch a dash away from the ledge, but Corrin actually slower than you might think there. So 306 overshooting.
Yeah, back air at the ledge seems like it's going to be really hard to deal with as 3OG too. And falling up air a lot from Zoa too, I feel like that's a great tool to cover space. Using the pin and going back towards center stage, doesn't want to overextend if we're not sure that we're going to get the strong hit of it as well. F smash can be a really good tool for calling out dash backs too if we see that 3OG is running back to the ledge. Tries to use it there as well, but just not enough space on it, so maybe just spacing a little bit closer to the ledge could be the tool that we need to take an early stock. But again, just getting this chip damage. Finds the pin there at the ledge as well, and now only at 67% on first stock. Yeah,
eventually going to get that 2-frame pin or even like a ledge jump pin. Not sure which one happened there, but regardless, it was enough for the stock, and that's all that Zoa really cares about. But,
not at 9!
9%, just not quite making it back to the stage, and you see 3OG at the bottom right just kind of like shaking his head, trying to stretch his neck out, because that is unfortunate for his chances of winning this game. But it was a reverse 3 stock in the last game.
True. And it is best of 5 too, so you can shake it off, move on to the next game too if it's not going to work out here. If he wants any shot of taking this game, he does need to find this stock. Corrin at 141 though. She is a little bit easier to find off stage, so that up B is going to be a little bit slower, and she's pretty screwed if she doesn't have the jump off stage too. So I feel like you can definitely edge guard her a lot easier if you're able to go out there with like a back air or just try to find her with any aerial.
So exactly, and I want to elucidate on that a little bit more because especially with the recent advent of Corrin, well, not even recent anymore, but since the SmashCon 2023 incident, something that people are asking a lot is like, what do I do to kill Corrin? Because it seems like if you don't know the matchup, she always makes it back to stage. She's really hard to get into a situation where you can kill confirm off of her. But the secret sauce is go off stage and clank. Because Corrin's up B, yes, it will clank, and yes, it will pop you up. But the risk reward for fighting her up B for almost the entire cast is so heavily skewed in your favor because one of 3 things happens. 1, you win the trade, Corrin dies, you're fine, you recover. 2, the trade goes kind of poorly, Corrin pops you up to the ledge and you can just do it again. Or 3, Corrin goes first and just sends you high and you can go to center stage and ledge trap even if you feel like it. So if you have any sort of multi-hit like Pikachu back air or Pikachu nair or like anything else on the list, just drop down, throw it out there, and see if it kills.
For sure. Ooh, that was a scary interaction there. Pikachu finding that fair and barely avoiding that back air from Corrin, but that definitely would have killed at this higher percent. Getting off of the ledge against Corrin is going to be a battle, though, but I love that use of drag down there right next to the ledge. Not going to get a ton of percent off of it, but trying to fight out of this corner. Dash attack is a good option as a get off me, but it should be pretty easy to punish out of shield for Corrin too. So you have to be careful using that, trying to get out of the corner. I think the quick attack is going to be your best bet, just getting to the other side of the stage because Corrin is not going to have the speed to be able to catch up with you.
Dash attack, though, from Pikachu, going to send Zoa high. Got to work your way back in, but one more back air, one more pin, anything of those likes will end this game. Oh, okay. Oh, that was almost like gigantic galaxy brain type stuff, but it didn't work.
Okay, just going under the stage there, trying to give himself enough time to avoid the invincibility on Corrin coming off the respawn platform. Nair not going to be enough to kill, but any up air, back air, up throw, there are so many ways that Corrin can kill you here, but I love that use of the back air to catch the jump from Corrin to not let her use this landing up air that she's trying to find.
Well, and Pikachu's so tough to hit with anything that's not Nair or fair.
Yeah.
Back air like will auto-cancel usually before you can get the exact right timing to hit Pikachu while he's flat on the ground. Same with up air. But as I say that, gets him in a good animation where he's standing up straight instead of pancaking to the floor. And going to be able to connect with that up air that you were talking about. The back hit of it, very, very nice to catch stationary targets on the ground. And Zoa goes up 2-1. I'm not sure if they know that it's best of 5 because they fist bumped. They're talking about the...
Maybe it was just a really good game.
It was just a really good game.
I mean, even though we saw the SD at 9%, I feel like 3OG was definitely bringing that back. That was a little scary. Just like one good string with a back air into a down air.
Oh, they don't know.
Oh.
They don't know.
It's best of 5.
Guys, it's best of 5. It's best of 5. You're not done.
Sit back down.
We are like kind of just like off to the front right of the stage, and so like just barely in view of the players. And so they sit back down and get ready for game 4.
If I was Zoa and I lost this set, I would be very upset.
They should have listened to the announcements. Yeah. It's on the Start GG page.
No, they were locked in.
True.
I'm loving the staff. They're all wearing like hazard vests, but they're bright orange, so it's so easy to see where everybody is in the crowd.
I think my my favorite staff uniform ever was Collision 2023, where everybody had the superhero capes.
Okay.
I stole one of those. I didn't run any pools that year. I usually run pools at Collision just to help RJ out.
Yeah.
But I was doing too much other things, but I still stole a cape.
Okay. Is that why it was superhero themed this year?
It's been superhero themed for the last 2 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was heroes versus villains this year, whereas like last year was just like general comic book kind of cell shaded type vibes.
Oh.
And maybe wrong stage for this game number 4. And also, oh yeah, they reconnected to the wrong controllers. And also pointing out back to Inkling.
Yeah. Interesting. I feel like the Corrin was working well.
The Corrin worked great.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just like a tactic to interrupt the adaptation.
Yeah.
And it's something that we see a lot with like dual mains who are very confident in both characters, where they can like they win game 1 with character A, win game 2 with character B, win game 3 with character A, because it just doesn't give you time to figure out what they're doing with either character.
That makes sense. I do that, except I lose with every character that I play, so it doesn't
Then you don't
matter.
do that.
Okay, well,
Not quite.
I keep them on their toes. They just don't have to think too hard because the skill doesn't match with any of the characters, so it's fine.
See, that's when I go to locals, I play random.
Yeah?
I don't let them adapt at all. I don't even know what character I'm playing.
I can play random in singles, but my randubs, I'm crazy. Ooh, and matching with the yellow, too. I want to see Pikachu with the yellow ink on him.
You can't. It's just invisible.
Ooh,
And okay, not showing any, okay, it is just like very yellow Pika. Not showing any like sort of rust in switching between characters, which is very important if you want to pull off this strategy. You have to be able to like fluidly switch between game plans, movement kits, etc.
Like that down air, though, to punish the down smash from Inkling. I think trying to land on top of Inkling might work because we're seeing a lot of this horizontal play, trying to wall out with back air or fair, using the nair as well. So I think just like trying to land on top and use the down air to get something started might work, but I feel like that is going to be really easy to punish if you're doing that consistently, and we might see some mix-ups with like using an up smash at higher percents for a call out too.
Chat's calling me evil for playing random at locals. I go 3-2.
Okay, yeah, as long as you're not winning.
I'm getting like 13th or 25th. And I ask my opponents too. I go, you want to play random too?
Yeah. See, I did that, but then I got Bayonetta, and I always SC with her. So I guess I'm technically playing Bayonetta right.
Before we get back to the match, I will say there was one set that I will always remember very, very fondly because it was game 3 in a best of 3. I got Peach and lived to 293.
Oh my gosh.
My opponent just like couldn't kill me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey.
Actually, 100% of that was you just hanging out in the blast zone, just can't be touched, floating out there.
No, I was playing. I was just chucking. I was farming turnips.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the yellow Pikachu is definitely funny. What color is shiny Pikachu? You would know that.
I think it's like generally the same, but the tail's different, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up because I don't know. Why would you say like you would know that? I don't play Pokemon.
You look like a Pokemon player.
I played VGC, but like only like the way that Smash players have never played like Xenoblade, but they play Aegis.
Gotcha. Okay, 135. So I think just a drag down and an up smash, or even an up throw at this percent. With
Oh, he's just lighter yellow.
Yeah, so it's shiny Pikachu is what we're seeing right now. Every time he gets ink on him, he becomes shiny.
We are seeing a Pikachu nearing kill percent, 113.
Ooh, okay, but this is some good damage. Gets the drag down too with the extension, 26%, and it's still going. But yeah, not getting the drag down on that last nair, but hey, 41% is not bad for a combo from Pikachu at these lower percents.
Yeah, now 53, and continuing to climb because, well, I was going to say Zoa struggling to get in on the shield, but then eventually just gets a berry into an up smash, and all is well in the world.
I think maybe trying to wait out a spot dodge there on the platform, just hesitated a little bit, so dropping that combo there from 3OG, but still really good advantage state here. Down a stock, but still just getting a lot of this percent. Now has Inkling off stage too, so we're able to see the down air, but pulls the trigger a little too soon and ends up SDing. And that's very unfortunate. That's going to be a 3-1 in Zoa's favor. And
a good warm-up for them because they got to fight Shiny Mark now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
This was
brutal.
the round one pre-buy where you now have to fight the first seed of the entire bracket.
Good luck to him, because, man, I don't think he's going to be able to time out Shiny Mark.
Well, at least he's like ready to fight Pika.
Yeah.
So great stuff to him. Going to be moving on, despite the slight interruption of them not knowing that it was best of 5.